So what was your first year in the program like?
It was definitely different. It was a big change, going from high school being like one of like the top players, in my state to, going to being around everyone who's the top player. So just like everyone says, it was a big difference, like I got used to it, got acclimated pretty quickly. So, it was fun. It was a fun first year. Learned a lot.
Where are you physically now compared to where you were when you first got here? Because I posted some photos of you at camp, and you almost look like a different person. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but it looks like you're just tightened up and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. No, I've grown a lot. We do these things called bod pods. Like
right.
They measure like your body mass, your fat percentage.
Yeah, John Reed's like below 4%.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm not nowhere near him.
Trust me, neither
but
am I.
like I went down probably like 6-7% from the time that I first arrived here. So I feel really good. Getting bigger, stronger, better up here. The strength staff is amazing. They do really great work.
Do you mind sharing what those numbers were?
I think
roughly
my just straight muscle mass went from like 238 to like 264. So it was like went from like 26% to like 22 or something like that.
So what, and I'm sorry to harp on this, but it's always big with offensive linemen. Can you take me through what you weighed when you got here? Did you drop weight and then add weight back on? Because it seems like that's what a lot of kids do.
Oh yeah, I fluctuated a lot, especially like redshirting, not playing during the year. I kind of like took a year to like enjoy some things at college, like being able to eat wings on Friday and Saturday night.
Right.
So like my weight kind of went up during the season, when I wasn't playing, but then during spring ball I went back down. I came in at about 315, went up during the season. My highest weight was like 336, and then currently I'm back down to like 320.
Okay, and is that where you think you need to be?
Yeah. I think it's a good playing weight for me. I still feel big, able to really stop the bull rush, but still fast enough to pull around and all that kind of stuff.
I think didn't you get some second team reps last year in practice?
Yeah, I ended up the second half of the year playing being on second team.
Even though you weren't able to play, what did it mean to be able to practice at that level? Because that's a complete different ball game than being on the scout team, isn't it?
Yeah, getting off scout team was great. Being able to just learn, be around all like the first team players and like kind of just see the way that they were doing, getting ready for practice. It really made me feel good, being able to see what the kind of stuff I'll be doing, in the next year.
Did you travel at all?
I could travel to a couple games, yeah.
What was that like? Because again, I think they do that with kids that they realize are going to make an impact sooner rather than later.
Yeah, no, it was a nice thing, getting acclimated, learning, all like the little kind of things they did. They did this for the freshmen, the ones that were traveling and weren't playing. We did a like eating challenge, where like Trace's mom, she brings in like desserts for everybody for like all the linemen, and so like all like the freshman linemen had to like race to see who would win. I of course won in my competitive nature. But yeah, no, it was really nice, being able to just get used to it, see the things that I'd be doing the next year, not being just thrown in there. I'd be trying to get ready for a game. So it was really nice. One
thing James said, he actually mentioned you after a couple practices last year, that you were one of the better run blockers on the team, but you also had to work on your pass blocking. How much of an adjustment has that been? Because you guys didn't pass a whole lot at Central Catholic, did you, or did you?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really, and like a lot of it was I would just be able to get past on strength.
Right.
But like I had to learn a lot of technique whenever I got up here, and I'm still working on it and getting better with it, but I've improved a lot from the time that I got up here.
So how far away do you think you are?
Going through camp, we'll see. We're only in the first couple of days of camp, and we haven't really put on pads yet. And whenever we put on pads, that's whenever you really see a lineman's worth.
If I'm not incorrect, I think you and KJ may be two of the more outgoing guys. Who is more outgoing? Because both of you guys always have these big smiles on your face and seem to be kidding kids.
It's the funniest thing. We actually live together now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like we kind of like bounce off each other a lot. So like it's really like it depends on the day, honestly.
And being a legacy guy here, what does that mean to you?
It's a really huge thing, being able to kind of carry on the Thorpe name at Penn State. Put my name up on the wall someday, and hopefully just. It was kind of weird at first, kind of like everyone like, oh, he's a legacy guy. He only came here because XYZ. But just making my own name for myself is a really big thing for me.